Do you want water? Sorry. So, how do you feel, guys? We have one over there on the perch. They're not noisy. They're lively. They're happy to have water. Yeah, they look good. So, we have Calico, as you know. The next one doesn't have a name yet. And then the black one, she's a Spartana. So I mentioned that all of them except one were Hmongs, Vietnamese Hmongs. Well, that's the black one. The black one is a Spartana. So they're an all black bird, similar to a Yamsamani, but they are more cold hardy than I Yamsamani. And which is kind of funny because the Hmongs are not that cold hardy. So if I had a Yamsamani, they would be similar at resisting to the cold. But I have one Spartana who's going to be more cold hardy than the rest. Which is good because she can be a little bit of a feather pillow for the others if they need more heat. But yeah, so Spartana is the breed that Katana was supposed to be. Katana was a pure, not pure Spartana. He was like a mixed, which is why he was imperfect. But he was technically a Spartana, supposed to be a Spartana. And which is why he had feathers on his paws. And if you look at her, she has feather on her paws. It's a bit hard to tell, but I can see them even on the screen compared to the others, that she has feathers on her feet. Well, on the legs of her feet. I do see one on the toe, but you know. So that she's gonna be the Spartana that I have, and her name is Cosmos. Anyone who thinks why Cosmos, well, I mean, think about the space and the cosmos. That one's a little bit obvious, to be honest, because she's all black. And yeah, so far, how many hens do I think I have versus roosters? Hard to tell, to be honest. You would think that Calico would be a rooster with the behavior he's had, and the crest being bigger than the rest, but he's older. His wobbles are starting to show, the gobbles, the cheek things. But if you look at the one the white one that's still in my shower with the others because he was getting bullied too much, so I left him with Cookie and Tiny. Are you cold? Calico looks like he's shivering a little bit. But the heat pad is at 22 degrees and the heated perch is plenty warm, so hey Cosmos, thank you for coming to the forefront. Cosmos so far I feel is, I'm pretty sure she's gonna be a hen. Her crest is the smallest of all of them. Now that could be because of the breed, but she barely has a crest at all. And her feet are really small. And she looks at me like Saria did. She has like that look that Saria had to me. So I feel like Cosmos is gonna be a hen. One that I'm convinced is gonna be a rooster. The white one that's in the shower, pretty sure that's gonna be a rooster. The wobbles that he has are bigger than Calico's. And his crest is already pretty big, rivaling Calico, to be honest. So, yeah, and he's much smaller, so with those factors, I'm sure that the white one is gonna be a rooster. And, yeah, other than that, I really have no idea yet. Just Cosmos, I'm sure is gonna be a hen. The white one, I'm sure, is gonna be a rooster. The white one has a name. It's gonna be Casper. So I'll make a video talking about him a little bit more later. But yeah, so we have Calico, Cosmos, and 2 unnamed yet. The gray one is funny. She looks like those earmuffs over her ears are so pale compared to all the feathers around it. They stand out so much. I keep thinking Muffy or earmuffs because of that, but I don't like those names. So I don't know. Calico, if you're cold, you can go back to the heat, you know. Yeah, Calico looks cold. But if we look at the thermostat, yeah, it's still showing 22 degrees. Yeah, 22 degrees. So the heat pad itself is maintaining its temperature. And if I look at the thermometer over here, that section was 12 degrees. So it's a bit cold for this breed, especially since they're still chicks. But Calico is shaking. The others are fine. Calico's shaking. I'm gonna raise the heat pad. Raise it back to 29 degrees. They look fine though. I mean, yeah, Calico looks cold. The others look fine though. And like, Calico's cold, but he's not even going to the heat sources, so if he was that cold, I think he would run to them. You know, he wouldn't just stand right there. He would go to them. So, in a hurry, you know? Anyways, so this is still a trial. I can still add this silver tarp. Right now we have really warm days because everything's melting. And yesterday it was raining like crazy, and there was barely any snow left, and it snowed overnight, which is why we have fresh snow. But it's like sludgy, like it's sludgy snow, so it's already melting. So I'm not that worried at the moment. Oh, they're back for more water. And yeah, let's raise the thermostat of the heat pad. It's technically too warm at 29, but I figure when they're younger, it's the right temperature for them. And if it goes, like when they're sitting on it, they still have the cold air around them, so it balances. Um, and the roost itself is medium warm, so I think it's better to let them have one that's a little warmer than the rest. Um, but yeah, you'd think Calico wouldn't be as sensitive to the cold because he's older than the others. But oh well. So, sure, I probably took them outside a bit early. I think I did take my precautions to make sure they'd be okay. And that left the shower for Cookie and Tutti and Casper to be more comfy at. So, and it's not as smelly in my bathroom anymore. So, give and take. I mean, they don't look that unhappy. They would be louder if there was an issue. So, the fact that the gazebo's open at the moment and they're not even being loud, um, like they barely chirp at all. So, I think they're okay. There's gonna be colder days coming in this month for sure. Those I'm gonna be more worried about. I'm hoping that the acclimatation they're gonna have from these softer days is gonna help them, since they're gonna be a bit more used to a cooler temperature that they're gonna be able to pull through, and the fact that they're gonna be a bit older is gonna help also. I'm kind of counting on that. Now, is that gonna be the case? I have no idea. So I'm probably gonna be checking on them a few times during those days, and which is what I've been doing. Like I've been checking on them like twice a day so far since I put them outside, and yeah, Duty is much louder than any of these are, complaining that he's cold, but he's much younger, so. And it doesn't matter. I tried giving Tutti a heat pad. He doesn't want to use it anymore because he's got Cookie that's kind of his mother hen. So he just wants Cookie to warm him up. He doesn't care about the heat pads anymore. So Cookie is, if she's a hen, she's gonna be a great mom. But that's yet to be seen. You know, they're still young. Signs are being able to show, but starting to show, but we'll see. Oh yeah, they throw a lot of food out of the feeder. I ordered a proper chicken feeder because I don't want to build it. I don't have the energy at the moment or the time. So I ordered a proper chicken feeder and waterer. Now the waterer they're not gonna be able to have until it's much warmer outside because it's not heated. But they're gonna be fine with the heated water bowl. It's just a matter of until then, you know. At least I'm gonna be able to replace the feeder and avoid having that much wastage of food. But you know, my pretty burbs, pretty dino burbs, and I swear, like the sounds that they make, um, they don't sound like chicks to me. They just sound like bird. Um, it's weird to say. Like the first time that I had the dinos, those were really chicks. Like you could, they sounded like chicks. These, they just sound like birds to me. Um, could be down to the breed. Maybe it's just a matter of perception. I don't know. We'll see. But that's that. So there's Cosmos, the black one, fully black, and She just took over the feeder. Bye bye, everybody.